Hi, this is Hungary News, and I always create notes and I love myself for it. For example, today's note is the following. If I found oil in my garden, could I persuade the US Army to invade Hungary and set things right? Yeah, I thought exactly what you're thinking right now. What's that? Is that helping me? No, it's definitely not helping me, but it sounds so clever when I write it, believe me. So, but anyway, when I think about that sentence, I think there is some truth in that fiction, and well, that's it. When I'm thinking about oil in my garden, the thing that always pops into my mind at the exact same moment is what the Constitution, Hungary, and the government and people, Hungarian people, think about private property. Now, remember, in the socialist era, we didn't have private property. It meant that everything, even your house, is a property of somehow. It's a property of the government. And for example, if they found, or I found, oil in my garden, the dream would be that I, could be very rich. However, it's not the case. If I find anything in my garden, that's the property of the government. So, what happens is, and when I was little, I was thinking about that, and I asked my father to answer this very simple question, and he said, well, it's very easy, and it's very logical. So, let's say I find oil in my garden. Don't ask how, I just find it, okay? I don't know how. Seriously, I don't know how deep you have to dig before you find oil, but preferably for this exercise, for this example, I dig deep and found oil, and now it's coming up, so I can't deny it. What happens is that I go to the government, I say that okay, I have oil, and the government transfers me to another home, even though it could be the case that I built this home, but they destroy it, and that's it. They start pumping out oil, and the government becomes richer and richer and richer. And I can have another house in some other place. Now, I remember that in certain films, if in the USA somebody found oil, then in a farm or a spring or diamonds or something, then it's theirs. Now I don't know if that's true, because right now when I try to be realistic about this example, I can't think of a certain proof that would back me up in this subject. But I think that in the US, if you find something on your property, it's yours for the taking and it's yours for the profit. If it's not true, then, you're screwed as well as we are. But I know it didn't change. So I think we have a new constitution, but it didn't change. As a similar example, if somebody comes to my property, literally steps on my property, on my land, and he or she is carrying a knife or a gun. In 5 years ago, if I shot them, I would have gone to prison, because the constitution, the law said I cannot harm another human being. So, for example, if somebody in a couple of years ago was to shoot me, and he carried out this, then as a dead person I would have been able to defend myself or sue him in court. That was the case. Now the constitution has changed, but I don't think it changed much. Now it says that if I am to defend myself against somebody, I can do that as long as I have the same amount of firepower. So, if you shoot me and I answer with the bazooka, I still go to jail. If you shoot me, but before that, as good Englishmen, we discuss our possibilities. So you have a 9mm some kind of gun, and I also have a 9mm, so it would be like this. Someone comes to me and I say, hey, what the hell are you doing? You can't just do that. What kind of weaponry do you have? And he says, oh, dear sir, I have a 9mm Walther P99 or whatever. I think that's a gun. And I say, okay, just hang on a second. I have one in my safe. Just let me grab it. Okay, I grab it, and now, all right. Let the wild western shoot-down begin, or whatever. Now, I think that's very liberal, I think. I mean, I can't just go around with a machine gun and pointing it to everybody with a gun. That would be insane. But even though I can defend myself in Hungary, I can't own a gun except if I have a very good reason. For example, I can be a private detective, I can be a security guard, or I can... my life could be in danger. I don't know how I can prove that, but I think there's a plan, there's a law for that. If I suspect my life is in danger and the police can back me up on this, then I'm entitled to carry a gun. And I believe that's it. Now, regardless of whatever I said before, we still have many problems with guns and stuff, because, you know, if you want to have a gun, well, you buy one from some underground person or entity. So basically, we have school shootings, we have bank robbery, massacre stuff, and many other things. So, but I think that's not the case. That's not what I was talking about before, so I can't get back to that right now. So I think it's time to finish. But I hope anything I said made some kind of sense. So, thank you for watching, and I don't know, cow bless you.